praying. Out of Abraham, who did the Lord say, tell Abraham who the chosen people would be?
The chosen people?
Yes.
The Jews.
Right. Which come out of whose seed?
Isaac.
Oh, okay, good. Very good.
All right, shalom, brothers and sisters. First and foremost, let's give all praise to the Most High YHWH for getting us safe here tonight. I see a lot of new faces. Praise the Most High that they came out. We're going to try to go through a brief topic tonight. You know, I'm sure everybody's been watching the news. They've been seeing all the things that's going on. And what we need to do as a nation, as a family, is to prepare for what they're about to come up with. You know, there's a whole lot of talk about an October surprise, you know. You see the Russian troops are moving in. They're training on our soil. There's a lot of stuff going on that the media isn't really pushing. But if you check international news, you will see what's really going on in this place called America. Because they're ready to bring in what they plan on bringing in. Whether it be the Most High will or not, they're going to try. But they can't do anything unless the Most High has sanctioned it. You know, they could plan for years. But if it's not in the plans of the Most High, it's going to be derailed. But the question is, as we know that they're planning, are we planning? We know what they got planned for us. Concentration camps, jails, martial law, all these things are coming. Food supply gonna be short, water's contaminated, all the signs are here. All over the world we're seeing different signs. Floods, fires, earthquakes, every day you hear about at least 4 or 5 different earthquakes in different countries. The Most High is revealing His plans. This book is about to be opened, and that's the book of Revelation. A lot of pastors and preachers, they try to deviate from that book. We're going to be living it pretty soon. So how many of us are ready for that day? How many is ready for the return of YHWH? We're all ready, right? Or we think we're ready. We're going to have to analyze that. Let's go to the scripture. Let's go to Amos chapter 5. Amos 5 and verse 18. Go ahead, read that.
Amos chapter 5 verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
You hear what the Most High said? Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. We all looking for that day when we're going to be delivered, right? Don't we want to get out of here? Y'all don't want to get out of here. Don't y'all want to get out of here? So we're waiting for that day. We're waiting for that deliverance, ain't we? But the Most High is saying here, woe unto them that desire that day. And what is the end to you? So let's break down a few words here. The word woe. What does the word woe mean? That right?
Death and destruction.
Death, destruction, affliction, deep suffering. All these words are definitions of the word woe. So the Most High is saying here, death and destruction, deep suffering to all those that desire the day of the Lord. Because we're not ready. Our people out there, they're not ready. Look at them. They're living it up. If it was up to them, they would wish that the Most High would never return. But like I said earlier, the tables are about to turn. And it's going to turn drastically. Like the Most High said, when he's going to come as a thief in the night. So is their plans. Their plans are going to come upon us as a thief in the night. To deceive us. To destroy us. Read that once more.
Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
The day of the Most High is darkness and not light. It's a dreadful day that's about to come upon us. Pestilence, plagues, fires, earthquakes. All these things are going to come upon us. And we need to prepare ourselves. All through history, whenever calamity came upon us, the Most High always said to prepare. When we came out of Egypt, we prepared. All through the scriptures you would read about different days that we are prepared for. But let's drop that and let's go to Joel. Joel chapter 1 and verse 13.
Joel chapter 1 verse 13. Gird yourselves and lament, ye priests. Howl, ye ministers of the altar. Come, lie all night in sackcloth, ye ministers of my power. For the meat offering and the drink offering is withholden from the house of your power.
Yeah, Most High is saying, come, lament, mourn, cry, ye priests, ye ministers. That's talking about us. Most High said, when he begin, he's going to begin where? Right here, with the elders in his household. So he's telling us to mourn, lament, cry. It's not a day to rejoice now. We have the things we're going through now is light, but the Most High is going to turn this up. He said, mourn and lament, for the offering is withholden. Read on.
Sanctify ye a fast, call a solemn assembly, gather the elders and all the inhabitants of the land into the house of the Most High your power, and cry unto the Most High.
Yeah, the time is going to come when eventually all these different camps that's out there, we're going to have to come together. And we're going to have to pray and lament and fast together. Because that's how bad it's going to get. Read on.
Alas for the day of the Most High is at hand, and as a destruction from the Almighty shall it come.
Go ahead.
Is not the meat cut off from before our eyes? Yea, joy and gladness from the house of our power?
Yeah, he said the meat is cut off. I mean, that could go twofold. If you look at the meat that we're eating today, I mean, the meat that we're eating is not even meat. It's GMO, is cloned. Everything that they eat, we eat today, has got some kind of defiled meat in it. Whether it be pork or shrimp, even chicken, you know. You check out, they have a process where they inject chicken with pork to make it bigger. They fill it with water and they use pork fillers to hold it together. Believe that? Chicken breast. You go to the supermarket and you get yourself a chicken breast and it's looking nice and big. That thing got pork in it. Don't even think about buying chicken in a restaurant because you know that they have it in there. So the meat, beef, all the meats, everything is defiled. All the animals are sick, they're being fed poison. So he said even the meat is defiled. Read on.
The seed is rotten under their claws. The The garners are laid desolate. The barns are broken down, for the corn is withered.
Yeah, I mean, these scriptures we're reading, like I said, they're twofold. But we're going to take it today as a physical. Because this is going into our food and what we eat. He said the seed is rotten under their clods. The garners are laid desolate. The barns are broken down, but the corn is withered. How many of us believe that we're eating actual corn? We're not. All the corn, all the crops, all the seeds are now GMO. Everything is mixed. They said what, about 80% of the corn is laboratory made. All our vegetables, everything is Monsanto. Monsanto's got the monopoly on all the seeds around the world. Not just here in America, all over the world they're taking over. And if you don't buy from them, you won't eat. All the local farmers, they're shutting them down. These are the things that we got to prepare for. We got to eat the best out there. I mean, it's hard to pick out what is good, what is organic, because even organic isn't organic anymore. A lot of the organic food is GMO or hybrid. So we just got to, like the Most High said, we're going to have to eat our bread defiled among the nations until the Most High come and clean this whole earth up. Read on.
How do the beasts groan? The herds of cattle are perplexed, because they have no pasture. Yea, the flocks of sheep are made desolate.
Yeah, he said the herds of cattle, they're perplexed. If you watch the film and see how the animals are being slaughtered, those animals are traumatized. The cows, the sheep, the goat. When they kill them, those animals are traumatized. And when an animal gets traumatized, it releases a hormone, a poison. And that poison goes into the flesh. And in return, we eat that flesh with the poison in it. All these things we got to endure. Like YHWH said, he said, these are just the beginning of tribulation. But the end is not yet. Read on.
O Yahweh, to thee will I cry, for the heart has devoured the pastures of the wilderness, and the flame has burned all the trees of the field. The beasts of the field cry also unto thee, for the rivers of water are dried up, and the fire has devoured the pastures of the wilderness.
Yeah, he said the rivers are dried up. How many of you all seen lakes being dried up overnight? Anybody seen that? It's happening all over America. People are waking up and 5-6 acres full of water just disappeared. Sinkholes everywhere. We ain't never seen sinkholes happen before as they're happening now. Every state you're seeing there's sinkholes. The earth is just swallowing people up, swallowing buildings up, swallowing land up. All these things are signs of the time to come. Soon the water supply is going to be short. Poison. I was watching a film yesterday in Colorado. They said they had to shut down the water supply in Colorado. They found something that's called bloodworms.
Yes,
You know what a bloodworm is? It's about, they say it goes about the maximum about 3/4 of an inch. They say when they turn on the water, they saw bloodworms all over the water. They had to shut about 80% of the water down in Colorado. These are just plagues that's coming. Some of them are man-made, some of them is the Most High's bringing it. But what would you do if you had no water supply for a week? Because when something like that happened, just like was it not Delaware, Maryland?
Maryland.
Yeah, Maryland. They said there was something that contaminated the water. They shut the whole water system down in Maryland for a whole week. People were going crazy. That's why it's imperative on us to prepare, even if it's on a small scale. You know, we can't just sit back and say, well, you know what, the Most High is going to take care of us. No. The Most High takes care of those that take care of themselves. You know? Everyone does preparation. When the Romans came into Jerusalem, what did Israel do? Did they just stay there? Did the ones that believed, did they just stay there and say, well, you know what, YHWH is going to protect us? No. They fled into the wilderness. When Pilate was looking for YHWH, what did Joseph and Mary do? They fled. They prepared a place for them to go. For all of us that have families, what if your children come home one day and your house is on lockdown? There's government agents, FEMA trucks all around your neighborhood. Do they have a plan? Do they have somewhere that they can go? Or someone that they can call? These are all things that we have to think about. Plan. Because those days are coming.
Come!
All right? Welcome back, Allah. Finish that. Is that it?
Go on.
All right, drop that and let's go to Amos chapter 2 and verse 4. Because I know we like to sit back and we like to blame the white man and we want to blame everybody for the things that's going to happen to us and the things that we've been through. But who's to blame? Who's to blame for the situation that we're in today? We are. You can point the finger to whoever you want. But the bottom line is we are the ones to blame. Our transgression against the Most High caused us to be in the situation we're in. All we had to do was obey. We had plenty of chances. Since we was a nation back in Egypt up until now, we're still continuing to do the same thing over and over. And we're just getting worse. This generation today, he said this is the generation of vipers. This is one of the worst generations that was on the earth in Israel. Our children. All you gotta do is look outside. You know, our young girls, they dress like whores. Our young men, they got their pants sagging. They look like derelicts. We're supposed to be the loyal people. But look at us now. Read what you got.
Amos chapter 2 verse 4. Thus saith YHWH, for 3 transgressions of Judah, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they have despised the law of the Most High, and have not kept his commandments, and their lies have caused them to err, after the which their fathers have walked.
Yeah. For 3 transgressions, the Most High said he's not going to turn it away. You can pray all you want. You can fast all you want. But this judgment is coming. And it's coming swiftly. And it's going to start right here. Right here amongst the elders. Amongst the ones of us that know the truth. That's who it's going to start with. All these camps that's out there that's rebellious, that's teaching the word of the Most High and mixing profanity and doctrines with it. Most High is going to start with them. We got to walk straight. Here it is today. It's the Memorial of Trumpets. This place is supposed to be packed. But where is everyone? They're out doing their own pleasure. They're not observing the time that we're in. But that time is going to cut short. See, we sit back and we take this word for granted. We take the grace of YHWH for granted. But not everyone has that same grace. You might be able to commit your sin 100 times. You might say, yeah, well, you know, the Most High is with me. You know, He's pardoning me. I'm under grace. But you don't know when that grace is going to run out. You know? It's not an impossible thing for you to die here in this truth. We've had brothers die in this truth already. And they're going to continue to die. We have brothers that went through tribulation. And things are going to get worse. Drop that. Get me Isaiah 13. Isaiah 13 and verse 6.
Isaiah chapter 13 verse 6. Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
That's right. Howl. Cry out. That day is at hand. And it's coming not as peace, but as destruction. Destruction on this whole wicked world. This whole kingdom. This wicked kingdom. The Most High is bringing destruction. Read verse 9.
Behold, the day of the Most High cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and He shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
Yeah. The Most High said He's going to destroy the sinners out of this land. We're all sinners, aren't we? Huh? So what is keeping the Most High from destroying you? What is? Do we all know that we're saved? Are we all saved? Are we like the church and we believe that, you know, now that we're Israelites, we're saved? You know, I got my garment on, I got on my headpiece, you know, I'm out there on the street prophesying the word. I got my ticket. I'm in there, you know. Is that it?
No.
That's not it. You don't want to be the one that's knocking on the door because you took that grace for granted. You don't want to be that one like in the time of Noah when the flood came. Did Noah prepare? Yeah, he did. Most High said, listen, I'm going to bring a flood here on the earth. Everybody laughed at him. But Noah prepared. He said, well, if it's going to be a flood, let me build a boat. Most High is telling you that there's plagues, death, destruction, famine, pestilences coming on the earth. What are you going to do? Are you going to sit back and wait? Or are you going to pray? Are you going to prepare? Are you going to have a plan? Do we know simple antibiotics that's in our household that we can use? Do we know how to make fire if you're in a place where there's no fire? Do you know how to produce heat? Purify water? We got a long way to go. And a short time to do it. Drop that, get me Daniel. Daniel chapter 9 and verse 11. Because don't no one person have all this truth. Don't no one school have all the truth or have all the answers. No one here is perfect. There's only one man that walked this earth that was perfect. We've all fallen short. We've all sinned. And we all are relying on YHWH to deliver us. That's why he said in John, he said, he that loved me does what? If you love me, what are you going to do? You sure? Y'all don't sound sure. If you love the Most High, what are you going to do? All right. That's what you're going to do. You're going to keep His commandments. There's not just 10 commandments. That's the basics. There's 613 laws. What is the main law or commandment that the Most High has given us that we can keep? That too. Love your neighbor, okay. What? All of that. But the main one that we should be trying to keep is what? The Sabbath. The Sabbath. The Sabbath is one of the main days. The Most High has destroyed men for breaking the Sabbath. But yet we do it all the time. We take the Sabbath day as a regular day. We go out, we do our shopping, you know, cleaning, whatever we do. We make excuses why we can't come and serve the Most High. Most High said He gave you 6 days to do everything. But one day we can't give to the Most High. And you think, well, you know, I got to take care of my family here. Yeah? The time is going to come because who takes care of your family? The Most High. You think your job and you going to work takes care of your family? You're deceiving yourself. The Most High provides for you and your family. And when you reverence Him by keeping His commandments, keeping His Sabbaths, His high holy days, He's going to watch over you. When these plagues and these famine comes, the Most High said they'll be hungry. But what? My servants shall eat. They will be thirsty, but my servants shall drink. Those that's following this word. Not following their own mindset, not doing their own thing, but following this law here. Following these commandments. Keeping the Sabbath. Keeping your temple clean and undefiled. These are the basic things that we can do as Israelites here in this captivity. It's not hard. You finished that? Okay. Go ahead.
Daniel chapter 9 verse 11. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of the Most High, because we have sinned against him.
Yeah. The oath. Most High said all Israel has transgressed. Most High is not going to hinder to pour that wrath upon us. It's not going to hinder. When you read, how many of us read Revelations? We should all have read Revelations, right? How many people is the most, when you read Revelations, how many people is the Most High going to kill in those 7 years? Who wants to make a guess? No guesses? No hands? Sorry, one yet. 2/3? Okay. That sounds good. Now what does 2/3 see? You see 2/3 sound, oh, we have 2/3, you know. Let's get a number.
It said a fifth of the earth is going to die, not of Israel. 2/3 of Israel, but a fifth part of the world.
Okay. When you start reading Revelations, and you read about the different amount of people that these destruction is going to kill. At one part it says, one plague is going to destroy 1/3 of mankind. 1/3. That's just one plague. Another said another third or a fifth. When you add it all up, there's about, I'd say about 7 billion people here on earth, right? give or take a couple 100,000. When it's all done, about 5 billion are going to be dead. Scripture said he's going to call the fowls of the air to come and feast. There won't be places for them to bury them. He said the blood is going to stretch with how many furlongs? Seven furlongs, as high as a horse's bridle. That's about as, I can't even imagine that. That's miles of blood that's going to be poured out on this earth. That's going to be the sacrifice for the ones of us that's going to make it. It's going to be a lot of bloodshed. For the Most High always deal with blood. Blood does what? Cleanse your sins. Because this whole earth is defiled. Drop that and let's go to Habakkuk. Habakkuk chapter 3 and verse 16. For even our ancestors, when they heard of the things to come, they was terrified. No, Habakkuk 3 and 16. Habakkuk chapter 3 and 16.
Habakkuk chapter 3 verse 16. When I heard, my belly trembled, my lips quivered at the voice. Rottenness entered into my bones, and I trembled in myself, that I might rest in the day of trouble. When he cometh up unto the people, he will invade them with his troops.
Yeah. This is the prophet Habakkuk right there. He's reading about the things we're about to go through right here. He said when he read it, when he heard it, he said what? Rottenness entered into my bones. He said he trembled within himself. He said he hoped that he might rest in that day.
Lift the chair. Lift the chair.
Read that once more time. Hold on. All right, it's okay. We're just getting a little organized in there. Wait till they finish with the chairs. All right, read that again.
Habakkuk chapter 3 verse 16. When I heard, my belly trembled, my lips quivered at the voice. Rottenness entered into my bones, and I trembled in myself, that I might rest in the day of trouble. When he cometh up unto the people, he will invade them with his troops.
Yeah. Habakkuk said, man, he hoped that in that day he would be rested, that he'll be sleeping in the grave in the kingdom. He didn't want to be here because of the things he knew that was going to come upon us. He said the Most High is going to invade us with his troops. Are we still ready? We ready? It's quiet now. We think we're ready. We want to be ready. We can't be ready physically, but we can be ready mentally and spiritually. Because physically, we don't stand a chance. Physically, the government and these nations could wipe us out in 1 second. One bomb, that's it. They got us all tied up in the ghettos and slums. They know where we're at. And you know what? It's not just us. Because they're pushing everybody out of the suburbs. You notice in California, there's a lot of strange fires up in the suburbs, and all the white people, they're getting pushed up into the city.
More and more to see them in Brooklyn,
Yeah.
too.
Look in Brooklyn. You got all different races are now getting pushed into the ghettos, into the projects, into places that there was never before. Why is that? If you ever watch what's that? A lion when he hunts. No, not a lion. Oh man. No. Yeah.
That's what they are.
Yeah. People out there in the jungle, when they're trying to catch a prey, what is the best thing that they do to corner the prey? They'll surround the prey and they would beat drums and make noise, and that would push the prey into a centralized area, and they continue to close in and make noise until they've surrounded that prey into a small area. That way that prey is confined and he's easily taken down. That's what they're doing. They're bringing all the people, and it ain't just Israel. He's bringing everybody down into a place where he can control them. If everybody is stuck into the cities, it's easy to cut off the city. You cut off the bridges and the tunnels, and y'all are trapped here. Yeah. The other day, about a week ago, electricity was being shut off for no apparent reason. It was shut off not just in New Jersey, in different parts of New Jersey, in Virginia, in certain parts of Delaware. The lights just went out for about 5 minutes. No reason, nothing. They're all running drills and doing tactics to see how we react.
Venezuela, the country of 17 states, 14 states without electricity and outrage, and we don't know what caused it.
Yeah. This is happening worldwide. They're doing something. They're preparing something that we're not really sure what they're going to do. But whatever it is, we got to prepare for it. Make sure you got your flashlights, candles, you know. Make sure you got at least a week's supply of water. I mean, you can go longer without food, but you need water in your body. All right? So let's drop Habakkuk. And let's go to let's go right into James. Let's go to James chapter 2 and verse 11. Well, like I was saying earlier, ain't none of us saved out here. Nobody can sit back and guarantee their position in the kingdom. We can go out and prophesy what we're going to do to the nations and all of that. But we got to make it through this to make sure that happens. Read James.
James chapter 2 verse 11. For he that said, do not commit adultery, said also, do not kill. If thou commit no adultery, yet if thou kill, thou art become a transgressor of the law. So speak ye, and do, and so do, as they that shall be judged by the law of liberty.
Go ahead.
For he shall have judgment without mercy, that hath showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment. What doth it profit, my brethren, that a man say he hath faith, and have not works? Can faith save him?
Yeah. That's the question. What profit is it to you if you say you got faith? I believe that YHWH is going to deliver us. I know that we're the Jews. I know we're going into the kingdom. I know YHWH is black, so on and so forth. But what profit is for you that if you know all of this and you have no works? You won't show, because the Most High said, prove yourselves. Examine yourself, whether you be in the faith. The Most High don't just want to hear you gibber. In Isaiah 29, what does he say? He says, much as this people draw near me with their mouth, their heart is far from me. That ain't talking just about our people out there. It's talking about us in here too. We make every excuse for serving the Most High because our heart is not in this. Read that again, the 14th verse.
James 2 verse 14. What does it profit, my brethren, that a man say that he hath faith and have not works? Can faith save him?
Yes. Can your faith save you? I don't think it can. Faith without works is what?
Dead.
Faith without works is what?
Dead.
That's right. It's dead. Profit you nothing. Drop that and get me Matthew 24. We got a few more scriptures and we'll be done here. Matthew 24 and verse 21.
Matthew chapter 24 verse 21. For then shall be the great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be.
Yeah. Most High said this is going to be a tribulation that has never occurred here on earth. And it never will be. Another tribulation that we're about to go through like this. 70 AD. Read that again.
Matthew chapter
Maybe
4.
you didn't hear. Read it again.
Matthew chapter 24 verse 21. For then shall be the great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time.
You hear that? Such as was not since the beginning of the world. The Most High killed everybody in the flood, right? He said this ain't going to compare to that. We went through Egypt, right? This ain't compared to that. Sodom and Gomorrah isn't compared to this. 70 AD don't compare to this. 1619 don't compare to this. This is something that's going to be so devastating upon our people. Like I said, we don't know what's about to come.
Right.
We have no idea
Right.
what the Most High has got planned for us. But for the ones of us that's chosen, the ones of us that show their diligence, the Most High is going to watch over them. The ones of us that's playing games, that's making excuses, it's going to be a sad day for you. Read that once more.
For then shall be the great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be.
Nor ever shall be. What we're about to go through now ain't never going to happen on this earth again. Because once this is done, the Most High is going to cleanse this earth with fire. Because after all that bloodshed, the only thing to cleanse it would be fire. The only thing. We all know what's coming. Martial law. Who knows what goes on in martial law? And these are just the beginning of sorrows. You know? When you read in the beginning of Matthew 24, it said these are just the beginning of sorrows. We haven't even gotten through the hard part. Like I said, all of a sudden, there's a lot of meteorite sightings. You know? This is just a warm-up. You see, the Most High said this is going to come like a woman in travail. He's not going to just bring it on you at once. you're going to start seeing the signs increasing. More and more, you're going to see water shortages. You're going to see famines in different places. Earthquakes all over the place. Meteorites. You got meteorites going flying through California, through Russia, through Europe at a phenomenal rate. They don't know where it's coming from. But the Most High is warming up. He's just warming up. He's turning that heat up. Our people don't see it yet, but they will see it. Drop that, get me Matthew chapter 4 and verse 5. Everybody okay?
Matthew chapter 4 verse 5. Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city, and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple, and saith unto him, If thou be the Son of the Most High, cast thyself down. For it is written, He shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. YHWH said unto them, It is written again, Thou shalt not tempt the Most High thy power.
Yeah. You know what Satan was doing there? Satan is doing what we're doing today. Tempting the Most High. The Most High knows my heart. He knows my heart. I don't have to come to the Sabbath. I don't have to congregate. I can keep the Passover at my house. I can congregate on my own. I don't have to keep the Sabbath or the dietary laws or the ceremonial laws. We're tempting the Most High when we do things like that. That's what Satan is doing. Satan puts thoughts in your mind to make you believe that, yeah, that's you talking. It'll sound like you. You ever see the cartoons, you know, they got the angel on one side and the devil on the other side? Which is a stronger voice? The devil is always a stronger voice. That righteous voice will come, but if you just for a quick second, you're like, yeah, I know that's wrong, but you can do it. Nobody will see you. Nobody will see you. Nobody will see you. And like, yeah, right, you know. And while you're doing it, you're looking back because deep inside your conscience, you know it's wrong. But what you do, you're tempting the Most High. You're thinking that the Most High is going to be with you in your wickedness. The Most High ain't with that. Drop that. And let's go to John 16:33. So there's a fine line between faith and temptation. You might have faith in the Most High, but sometimes that faith could be temptation. You know? Read what you got.
St. John chapter 16 verse 33. These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world.
Yeah. Most High said, in this world, in this wicked world, we're gonna have tribulation. You know, a lot of Christians out there believe that, you know, when the rapture comes, they're not gonna go through any tribulation. You know, they're gonna be zipped out of the earth before anything starts. Yeah, that's what they believe out there in the church. You know, we're not going to see any tribulation because when you read in Revelations chapter 4, we're going to be caught up unto heaven. That's a lie. Read that again.
St. John chapter 16 verse 33. These things I have spoken unto you, that in me might find peace. Salakia.
Read it. Yeah.
That in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world.
Yeah. We gonna have tribulation. We going through the tribulation. We might not go through all of it, but we gonna go through the tribulation. We gonna prove to the Most High our diligence. We gonna prove to Him our faith in Him, because He's gonna try you. He's gonna try you in that furnace of affliction. And if you're wood or stubble, you're gonna burn up. So you better start to refine yourself. Get all those impurities out. If you got aught against your brother, bring it out. Don't sit back and hold it. Because all that builds up. Now we're in a time to be being on your own. Being on your own work back then. Now it's time for togetherness. Because we're only going to make it out of here together. One hand can't clap. We're stronger when we're united. If you stand alone, you're going to fall. Con? Finish that.
Right, that's it.
That's it? Okay, go to Acts 14:22. That's the only way the Most High is going to prove you. To see what kind of seed you are. You know? Just like the sower and the seed. Some of us are planted on stony ground. Some of us on sand. Some of us don't let the thorns of this world destroy us. We're not supposed to be caught up in the things of this world. It's hard enough to get into these scriptures and study than to get caught up with all the other excitement and stuff that's going on in this world. Read what you got.
Acts chapter 14 verse 22. Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High.
Who was he talking to? Read the first part.
Confirming the souls of the disciples.
Confirming the souls of the disciples. What is a disciple?
Student.
A student. Aren't we all students? So let's read that again.
Confirming the souls of the disciples.
Of the students, read on.
And exhorting them to continue in the faith.
Continue in this faith. Continue in the gospel of YHWH. Read on.
And that we must, through much tribulation.
That we what?
Through much tribulation.
That we must. We must. Through what?
Through much tribulation. Enter into the kingdom of the Most High.
Through much tribulation, we're going to enter into the kingdom. We don't have an easy pass. You're not going to get into the right lane and just zoom by everybody. It ain't going to happen like that. Most High said if you try to come up some other way, you're going to be like a thief and a robber. You're going to get locked up. You're going to be that one in the wedding without a garment. That's what's going to happen. What happened to the one that came into without a garment? What did YHWH do? Kicked him into outer darkness. Outer darkness. Drop that. You got y'all got your apocrypha?
Yeah.
Let's go to 2nd Ezra 15. 15 and 19.
Second Ezra, chapter 15, verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation.
Yeah. These are things that's about to come. Ezra's prophesying it, but we're about to live it. He said, a man shall kill you, destroy your household for the lack of bread. When the city is shut down, that means no trucks coming in or out. Grocery stores empty. Water bottles empty. When people are lacking bread and food, they're coming after you. They're coming after your household. So not only do you have to protect your family, you got to secure your household. You got to secure your household against who? Against your own brother. Because that's who's coming for you. Your own brother. Because those are the ones that's going to destroy you. When Esau come up for you, there ain't nothing you can do except give yourself up. When you wake up in the morning or in the middle of the night and you see tanks rolling down the street and M16s in front of your house, don't even think about looking for a gun or anything, because it's over. It's over. Face the east, say your prayer, and give yourself up. Because it's better that you're alive and be able to praise the Most High than you're dead. A lot of people out there, they want to get guns and they want to fight. No. That's for them out there. Esau's preparing. He got his guns, he got his militia, but that's not for us. That's not our battle. Our battle is spiritual. We're fighting this spiritual battle, not a physical battle. Guns and knives ain't going to get us out of this.
That's right.
Only the Most High is going to get us out. Fasting and prayer. Brotherhood. Unity. That's what's going to get us out of this. Read that again.
2 Ezra chapter 15 verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation.
Yeah. We're going to close out with 2 more scriptures. Let's go to Proverbs. Proverbs 22 and verse 3. Because just like how Esau is preparing, we need to prepare physically, mentally, and spiritually. Read that, 22 and 3.
Proverbs chapter 22 verse 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil, and hideth himself, but the simple pass on, and are punished.
Yeah. A prudent man. What is a prudent man? A wise man. A man that's studying, a man that's looking. The Most High said to watch as well as pray. That's what a prudent man would do. He said a prudent man foreseeing the evil. And what did he do? He hid himself. But the simple just pass along. The simple would hear this word. They would hear you out there on the street prophesying of the things to come. Talking about the martial law, the famines and the other atrocities that's about to come on this earth. And they won't pay it no mind. They'll see the signs, but they won't listen. Most High said they got eyes to see, but they won't see. Ears to hear, but they'll be deaf to this word. That's right, especially in Israel. Because we take this word for granted. We take our power for granted. The Most High said we're even worse than our forefathers. Let's close with Ephesians chapter 4 and 7. Read that, Ephesians 4 and 7.
Ephesians chapter 4 verse 7. But unto every one of us is given grace according to the measure of the gift of YHWH.
Yeah. Every one of us has grace. What is grace? Mercy. What else is grace? Sisters, what is grace? Mercy. For how long? Who gives you grace here on earth? How many of us got bills? Credit cards? Yeah. what happens when you don't pay your bill on time? They give you a grace period, right? Might be 10 days, 20 days. But once that grace period is done, they're going to cut you off. Most High is saying, that's where they got it from. YHWH said, we're all given a grace according to the measure of YHWH. Your grace period might be a week. His might be a year. Some brothers are in here and sisters have infinite grace. Because, what's that scripture? It said, blessed is the man that, whose sin is not in, yeah.
Psalms 32.
Yeah. Some of us have a free pass. We don't know who it is, because if we did, we'll be puffed up. We'll abuse it like we did in the wilderness, you know? But let's read 2 Corinthians 1 and 4. And we'll close on this one.
Second Corinthians chapter 1 verse 4.
Read 3.
Verse 3. Blessed be the Most High, even the Father of our Lord YHWH HaMashiach, the Father of mercies, and the power of all comfort, who comforteth us in all our tribulation, that we may be able to comfort them which are in any trouble, by the comfort wherewith we ourselves are comforted of the Most High.
Yeah, that sounds confusing, but in a nutshell, the Most High is saying He is the power of mercy and comfort. We're going through things today not because we're wicked, even though we are, but we're experiencing tribulation today for those to come. Because as we go through our tribulation, the Most High brings us through that tribulation and comforts us with the scriptures, with other brothers and sisters, so that when the next man comes through and he's going through the same thing, you can be that example. You can say, you know what? I went through that same thing, and through the grace of the Most High and YHWH, this is how I got through it. So don't take the tribulation you're going through as, well, what did I do? Did I sin? Did I do something against them? No. You might be going through it just because the Most High wants to give you that experience for the next man to come. So, like YHWH said, take it with cheer. It's a hard thing, but you know, it's a light affliction. Just remember the mercies of the Most High. Remember to have faith. And remember that the Most High would never put you through something that He knows you can't handle. If you're going through it, He knows you can handle it. He knows He's going to bring you through it. And you, in your spirit, you got to know that also. Because Satan will play tricks on you. He'll play with your mind. He'll make you believe that you ain't worth it. You're so wicked. Most High ain't going to forgive you. You done did that 100 times. Even if it's 101 times, you still sit down and face the east and ask for forgiveness. Well, how many times are you supposed to forgive your brother? 70 times 7. So how many times do you think the Most High is going to forgive you? Infinite. He said He's going to wipe our slate clean. Our sins are going to be like white as snow. Even though they're red as crimson right now, He's going to make it white as snow. So we have to say all praise to the Most High and YHWH for giving His life for us. And always remember, always put Him first in your life. Not mother, not father, not wife, nor children, nor anyone should come before Hamashiach. No one. With that, I say shalom.
That more.
Shema Yahshua Yahweh Allah Yahweh Yahweh Shema Yahshua Yahweh Allah Yahweh Yahweh Shema Yahshua Yahweh Allah Yahweh Hear, O Israel,